What?
Okay, we are restarting. Just start from the part where he's called like a squirrel or something.
No, stop. You enjoy the part.
Hide the Christmas tree carefully, Helen. Be sure the children do not see it until this evening when it is dressed. How much?
6 pence.
There is a shilling. No, keep the change. Yes, he is in.
Is that my little lark twittering out there?
Yes, it is.
Isn't my little squirrel bustling about?
Yes.
When did my squirrel come home?
Just now. Come in here, Torvald, and see what I have bought.
Don't disturb me. Okay. Thought, did you say all these things? Has my little spendthrift been wasting money again?
Oh my god. Oh, this is so cringe. Yes, but Torvald, this year we really can let ourselves go a little. This is the first Christmas that we have not need to economize.
Still, you know we can't spend money recklessly.
Yes, Torvald, we may be a wee bit more reckless now, mayn't we? Just a tiny wee bit. You are going to have a big salary and earn lots and lots of money.
Yes, after the new year. But then it's going to be a whole quarter before the salary is due.
True. We can borrow until then.
Nora.
Oh god. No, don't do it. Do it.
No, but
It just takes her playfully by the ear, bro. I'm doing it.
Close your eyes. You don't feel anything.
The same little featherhead. Suppose now that I borrowed 50 pounds today, and you spent it all in the Christmas week. Then on New Year, a slate fell on my head and killed me. And
Oh, don't say such horrid things.
still, suppose that happened. What then?
If that were to happen, I don't suppose I should care whether I owed money or not.
Yes, but what about the people who had lent it?
They? Who would bother about them? I should not know who they were.
That is like a woman. But seriously, Nora, you know what I think about that. No debt, no borrowing. There can be no freedom or beauty about a home life that depends on borrowing and debt. We too have kept bravely on the straight road so far, and we will go on the same way for a short time longer. That there need be any struggle.
I see, please, Torvald.
Come here, my little Skylar. You must not droop her wings. What is this? Is my little squirrel out of temper? Nora, what do you think I have got here?
Money!
There you are. Do you think I don't know what is wanted for housekeeping at Christmas time?
10 shillings, a pound, 2 pounds. Thank you, Torvald. That will keep me going for a long time.
Indeed, it must.
Yes, it will. So come here and let me show you what I have bought. And oh, so cheap. Look, here's a new suit for Ivar, in the sword, and a horse and trumpet for Bob.
It's for
Okay.
children.
But Bob is
Yeah.
a...
Wait.
Bob count? No, it's actually Bob.
Maybe it's his boob.
And the doll and Dolly's bed stand for Annie. They are very plain, but anyway, she will soon break them in pieces. And here are some dress links and handkerchiefs for the maids. All man ought really to have something better.
And what is this parcel?
No, you mustn't see that until this evening.
Very well. But now tell me, you extravagant little person, what would you like for yourself?
For myself, oh, I am sure I don't want anything.
Yes, but you must. Tell me something reasonable that you would have particularly like to have.
No, I really can't think of anything. Unless Torvald.
Well,
If you really want me to, I don't want. Okay, I was thinking of doing the TikTok thing like this.
don't.
You know, like.
No, you gotta get in frame.
Okay. Like, if you really want to give me something, you might.
Well, out with it.
You might give me some money, Torvald, only just as much as you can afford. And then one of these days, I will buy something with it.
But Nora.
What are little? Wait, fuck. Oh, dear Torvald, please do. Then I will wrap it up in beautiful gilt paper and hang it on the Christmas tree. Wouldn't that be fun?
What are little people called that are always wasting money?
Spendthrifts. I know. Let us do as you suggest, Torvald, and then I shall have time to think what I am most in want of. That is a very sensible plan, isn't it?
Indeed, it is. That is to say, if you were willing to save out the money I give you, and then really buy something for yourself. But if you spend it all on the housekeeping and any number of unnecessary things, then I really have to pay you again.
Oh, but Torvald.
You can't deny it, my dear Nora. Nothing.
Don't put my arm in my way. Do it.
It's a sweet little spender, but she uses up a deal of money, or one would hardly believe how expensive such little persons are.
It's a shame to say that. I do really save all I can.
That's very true of all you can. You can't save anything.
Smiling quietly and happily. You haven't any idea how many expenses we Scarlett and You haven't any idea how many expenses we Skylarks girls have, Torvald.
You are an odd little soul, very like your father. You always find some new way of getting money out of me, and as soon as you have got it, it seems to melt in your hands. You never know where it has gone. Still, one has cheek you as you are. It is the blood, for indeed it is true that you can inherit these things, Nora.
Ah, I wish I had inherited many of Papa's qualities.
And I wish you would not be anything but just what you are, my sweet little Skylark. But do you know, it strikes me that you are looking rather worthless and you're rather uneasy today.
Do what?
You really do. Look straight at me.
Well?
Hasn't this sweet tooth breaking rules in town today?
No, what makes you think that?
Hasn't she paid a visit to the confectioner's?
No, I assure you, Torvald.
Not been nibbling sweets?
Nibbling? What the fuck? Okay, no, certainly not.
Not even a bite of a macaron or two?
No, Torvald, I assure you, really.
There, of course, I was only joking.
Going to the table. I should not think of going against the wishes.
No, I'm sure that. Besides, you gave me your word. Keep your little Christmas secrets to yourself, my darling. They will all be revealed tonight when the Christmas tree is lit, no doubt.
Did you remember to invite Dr. in?
No, but there is no need. As a matter of course, he will come to dinner with us. However, I will ask him when he comes in this morning. I have ordered some good wine. Nora, you can't think how I'm looking forward to this evening.
So am I, and how the children will enjoy themselves. Torvald! Wait, what the fuck? I did not.
No, that's right, okay. It is splendid to feel that one has perfectly safe appointment and big enough income. It's delightful to think of it, isn't it?
That's wonderful.
Do you remember last Christmas? For a full 3 weeks beforehand, you shut yourself up every evening until long after midnight, making ornaments for the Christmas tree and all other fine things that were to be a surprise to us. It was the dullest 3 weeks I ever spent.
I didn't find it dull.
But there was precious little result, Nora.
Oh, you shouldn't tease me about that again. How could I help the cats going in and tearing everything to pieces?
Of course you couldn't, poor little girl. You had the best of intentions to please us all, and that's the main thing. But it's a good thing that our hard times are over.
Yes, it is really wonderful.
This time I needn't sit here and be dull all alone. You needn't ruin your dear eyes and your pretty little hands.
No, Torvald, I need it any longer, need I? It's wonderfully lovely to hear you say so, taking his arm. Now I will tell you how I have been thinking we ought to arrange things, Torvald. As soon as Christmas is over, ding dong, there's the bell. There's someone at the door. What a nuisance. If it is
a caller, remember I am not at home.
Okay, I'm the maid now. A lady to see you, ma'am. A stranger. Ask her to come in.
The doctor came at the same time, sir. Oh, that's the maid.
No.
Let's say, good to meet.
No, you're at Helmer.
Yeah, did you go straight into my room?
Yes, sir. Helmer goes into his room. The maid ushers in Mrs. Linde, who is in traveling dress, and shuts the door.
Sure, this is Lynn.
Okay, Linde
Yes.
comes into the room.
Okay. How do you do, Nora?
How do you do?
You don't recognize me, I suppose?
No, I don't know, just to be sure. I seem to. Yes, Christine! Is it really you?
Yes, it is I.
Christine! To think of my not recognizing you. And then how could I? How you have altered, Christine?
Yes, I have indeed. In 9-10 long years.
Is it so long since we met? I suppose it is. The last 8 years have been a happy time for me, I can tell you. And so now you have come into the town and have taken this long journey in winter. That was lucky of you.
I arrived by steamer this morning.
To have some fun at Christmas time, of course. How delightful! We will have such fun together. But take off your things. You are not cold. I hope. Oh, shit. Now we will sit down by the stove and be cozy. No, take this armchair. I will sit here in this rocking chair. Now you will look like your old self again. It was only the first moment. You are a little paler, Christine, and perhaps a little thinner.
And much, much older, Nora.
Perhaps a little older. Very, very little. Certainly not much. Someone saw someone. What a thoughtless creature I am, chattering away like this. My poor dear Christine, do forgive me.
What do you mean, Nora?
Poor Christine, you are a widow.
Yes, it is 3 years ago now.
Yes, I knew. I saw it in the papers. I assure you, Christine. I meant ever so often to write you at the time, but I always put it off and something always prevented me.
I quite understand, dear.
It was very bad of me, Christine.
What?
No, I'm just imagining someone imagining Roshan, like they like snip the clip of him saying little skylight.
Stop.
And it becomes like a meme.
No, I can't.
That can become one of our
Yes, become TikTok me.
No, it's okay. No one will see my video.
Thank you.
I'll like put it on their kids.
That's private.
It's still recording, right?
Yeah.
I hope it is.
Hi, Alice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put on the
I quite understand.
Yeah.
Oh, it was bad. It was very bad of you, Christine. Poor thing. Oh, you must have suffered. And he left you nothing?
No,
And no children?
no.
Nothing at all then.
Not even any sorrow or grief to live upon.
But Christine, is that possible?
It sometimes happens, Nora. I'm not stroking your hair.
No, you're stroking your own hair.
Oh, yes, okay.
So you are quite alone. How dreadfully sad that must be. I have 3 lovely children. You can't see them just now, for they are out with their nurse. But now you have.
Go, please.
but now you must tell me all about it.
No, I want to hear about you.
No, you must begin. I mustn't be selfish today. Today I must only think of your affairs. But there is one thing I must tell you. Do you know we have just had a great piece of good luck?
No, what is it?
Just fancy, my husband has been made manager of the bank.
Your husband? What good luck.
Yes, tremendous. A barrister's profession is such an uncertain thing, especially if you won't undertake unsavory cases. But naturally, Torvald has never been willing to do that, and I quite agree with him. You may imagine how pleased we are. He is to take up his work at the bank at the new year. Then he will have a big salary and lots of commissions. For the future, we can live quite differently. We can do just as we like. I feel so relieved and so happy, Christine. It will be splendid to have heaps of money and not need to have any anxiety, won't it?
Yes, anyhow, I think it'd be delightful to have what one needs.
No, not only what one needs, but heaps and heaps of money.
Nora, haven't learned anything since yet. In our school days, you were such a great spender.
Ha 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 ha. Yes, that is what Torvald says now. But Nora is not so silly as you think. We have not been in a position for me to waste money. We have both had to work.
You too?
Yes, odds and ends. Needlework, crochet work, embroidery.
Crochet.
Oh fuck, what?
Crochet work.
Crochet.
What the fuck is a crochet?
Crochet is like knitting.
But with like big
Yeah.
Do you know?
Crochet.
It's crochet.
Little.
Wait, what's C-R-O-T?
It's
Yeah,
pronounced
it's crochet.
It's
The
pronounced
fuck?
crochet.
Okay, crochet,
Stop
work,
cursing.
embroidery, and that kind of thing. And other things as well. You know Torvald left his office when we were married. There was no prospect of promotion there, and he had to try and earn more than before. But during the first year, he overworked himself dreadfully. You see, he had to make money every way he could, and he worked early and late, but he couldn't stand it, and felt dreadfully ill. The doctor said it was necessary for him to go south.
You spent a whole year in Italy, didn't you?
Yes, it was no easy matter to get away, I can tell you. It was just after Ivor was born, but naturally we had to go. It was a wonderfully beautiful journey, and it saved Torvald's life, but it cost a tremendous amount of money, Christine.
So I should think.
It cost about 250 pounds. That's a lot, isn't it?
Yes, in emergencies like that, it is lucky to have the money.
I ought to tell you that we had it from Papa.
Oh, I see. It was just about the time he died, wasn't it?
Yes, and just think of it. I couldn't go and nurse him. I was expecting little Ivor's birth every day, and I had my poor sick Torvald to look after. My dear kind father, I never saw him again, Christine. That's the saddest time I've known since our marriage.
I know how fond you were of him. And then you went off to Italy?
Yes, you see, he had money then, and the doctors insisted on our going, so we started a month later.
And your husband came back quite well?
As sound as a bell.
The doctor.
What doctor?
I thought your maid to the gentleman who arrived here just tonight was the doctor.
Yes, that was Dr. Rank, but he doesn't come here professionally. He was our greatest friend and comes in at least once every day. No, Torvald has not had an hour's illness since then, and her children are strong and healthy, and so am I. Christine, it is good to be alive and happy, but how horrid of me! I am talking nothing but my own affairs. You mustn't be angry with me. Tell me. Oh, tell me, is it really true that you did not love your husband? Why did you marry him?
My mother was alive then and was bedridden and helpless. I had to provide for my 2 younger brothers, so I did not think I was justified in refusing his offer.
No, perhaps you're quite right. He was rich at the time then?
I believe he was quite well off, but his business was a precarious one, and when he died, it went all to pieces, and there was nothing left.
And then?
Well, I had to turn my hand to anything I could find. First a small shop, then a small school, and so on. The last 3 years have seemed like a long working day with no rest. Now it is at an end. Nora, my poor mother, needs me no more, for she is gone. And the boys do not need me either. They have got situations and can shift for themselves.
What a relief you must feel if.
No, indeed. I only feel my life unspeakably empty. No one to live for anymore. That's why I cannot stand the life in my little backwater any longer. I hope it may be easier here to find something which will busy me and occupy my thoughts. If only I could have the good luck to get some regular work as office work of some kind.
But Christine, that is so frightfully tiring. You look tired out now. You had far better go all the way to some watering place. He's walking to the window.
I have no father to give me money for a journey, Nora.
Oh, don't be angry with me.
It is you that must not be angry with me, dear. The worst of a position like mine is that it makes one so bitter. No one to work for, and yet obligated to always be on the lookout for chances. One must live, and so one becomes selfish. When you told me of the happy turn your fortunes have taken, you will hardly believe it. I was delighted not so much on your account as on my own.
How do you mean? Oh, I understand. You mean that perhaps Torvald could get you something to do?
Yes, that was what I was thinking of.
He must, Christine. Just leave it to me. I will broach the subject very cleverly. I will think of something that will please him very much. You will make me so happy to be of some use to you.
How kind you are, Nora, to be so anxious to help me. It is doubly kind in you, for you know so little of the burdens and troubles of life.
I know so little of them?
My dear, small household cares or that sort of thing. You are a child, Nora.
You ought not to be so superior.
No.
You are just like the others. They all think that I am incapable of anything really serious.
Come.
Oh, I get it. Was she secondary? Okay.
Yeah.
That I have gone through nothing in this world of cares.
But my dear Nora, you have just told me all of your troubles.
Pooh, those are trifles. I have not told you the most important thing.
The most important thing? What do you mean?
You look down upon me altogether, Christine, but you ought not to. You are proud. Aren't you of working so hard and long for your mother?
Indeed, I don't look down on anyone, but it is true that I am both proud and glad to think that I was privileged to make the end of my mother's life almost free from care.
And you are proud to think what you have done for your brothers?
I think I have the right to be.
I think so too, but now listen to this. I too have something to be proud and glad of.
I have no doubt you have, but what do you refer to?
Speak low. Okay, no. Speak low. Suppose Torvald were to hear. He mustn't on any account. No one in the world must know Christine except you.
But what is it?
Come here. Close her down on the sofa behind. Alright, pretend this is a sofa. Now I will show you that too. I too have something to be proud and glad of. It was I who saved Torvald's life.
Saved? How?
Now I told you about our trip to Italy. Torvald would never have recovered if he had not gone there.
Yes, but your father gave you the necessary funds.
Yes, that is what Torvald and all the others think, but
But
Papa didn't give us a shilling. It was I who procured the money.
you? All that large sum?
250 pounds. What do you think of that?
But Nora, how could you possibly do it? Did you win a large prize in the lottery?
In the lottery, there would have been no credit in that.
But where did you get it from, Nora?
You gotta
I don't know.
be like, aha!
Aha!
Because
Oh, because you couldn't have borrowed it.
Couldn't I? Why not?
No, a wife cannot borrow without her husband's consent.
Oh, if it is a wife who has any head for business, a wife who has the wit to be a little bit clever,
I don't understand at all, Nora.
there is no need you should. I never said I borrowed the money. I may have got it some other way. Perhaps I got it from some other admirer. When anyone is as attractive as I am,
You are a mad creature.
now you know you're full of curiosity, Christine.
Listen to me, Nora, dear. Haven't you been a little bit imprudent?
Is it imprudent to save your husband's life?
It seems to me imprudent without his knowledge too.
But it was absolutely necessary that he did not know. My goodness, can't you understand that? It was True. It was necessary he should have no idea what a dangerous condition he was in. It was to me that the doctors came in and said that his life was in danger, and that the only thing to save him was to live in the South. Do you suppose I didn't try, first of all, to get what I wanted as if it were for myself? I told him how much I should love to travel abroad like other young wives. I tried tears and entreaties with him. I told him that he ought to remember the condition I was in, and that he ought to be kind and indulgent to me. I even hinted that he might raise a loan. That nearly made him angry, Christine. He said I was thoughtless, and that it was his duty as my husband not to